Welcome back. One-Eyed Jedi here with some more Destiny 2 content. Now, I am sorry that I am so late to the party. I've been grinding with the homies, been trying to get that light up, been trying to figure out all these things and making the mistakes so you guys don't. I'm going to be trying to put out a couple videos over this week coming up here, trying to do some things to make it easier for you guys, a little guides, and then go back to my normal PvP content, but figured I would spread the love because I do dabble in PvE as well. So when you load into that first mission, you can either play through it if you would like to, or you can exit out of it, go back to orbit, and then fly to the tower. This is because when you go to the tower, you're able to collect your artifact. So it's not that much XP in the long run, but if you go to the tower first, you can start earning XP to get those seasonal mods, as well as that additional power bonus that it gives you. So, if you have the season pass, you can collect your initial package here, which gives you a full set of armor, this armor here, and it also gives you the new duality shotgun.
Alright, so this right here is called the Monuments to Lost Light, and this is where you provide your glimmer, planet materials, new raid currency, and an exotic cipher for old weapons and exotics.
On this, oh wait, that's an exotic, hold on, let me see. So, for the one thing I don't have, yeah, it's Hush and one Ascendant Shard and some Prisms, it's not bad. Two Ascendant Shards, a little bit more. Because I guess, yeah. Let's see. Probably not as much anymore. It got nerfed a little bit. Okay, here's your Jotun. You need an exotic cipher, Daedalus, 125,000 glimmer, and one exotic shard. Teraba. I need Spoils of Conquest, and then I can get my Teraba. It's the new, yeah, you get it from doing the raid, yep. Yeah. No. Nope. These are less. Not the raid ones are. Izanagi's is a little bit more. Yeah. Why would you? What is this? Always on time. I don't know. It's a. Oh. From when you load in the tower, you come over here. It's the same route that you took to get the fourth horseman. The tower added this nice fancy new elevator for all of us guardians. So you can either drop down, and it's the very bottom layer down there, or you can wait for it to make its travels. It'll come up here and grab you, and then it'll go back down. You come in here, take your left, take another left, go over to this console right here, interact, and you'll get this. The point of going to the tower before you do that first mission would be is to grab this and that catalyst, and then you can go get into that first part of the story. While you play through the story, a good way to level is to do all of the public events that you see, as well as any chests that you find, or gold chests specifically. If you go grab them all, they give you decently higher gear than what you got, up to the soft cap. So that's a nice little way to level. But I'm going to do a video on leveling as well, so look for that coming up soon here. But, so while you're doing around doing the story, you got this nice, vast, open, beautiful area that Bungie created for us. They did a really, really good job with this planet. I really like it a lot. It reminds me of Hoth from Star Wars, so, it hits me in the feels, right? So make the new public event, the Crux, heroic. When the brigs fall down, there will be 3 brigs that are shielded when they fall. Around that, there's a little circle that has enemies within it and a big pyramid crystal, the crux, floating above it. When the crux lands, there will be 3 or 4 little robots floating around it, kind of like in the forges when you had to turn it to like heroic forge, and you have to shoot them on each of the cruxes that form before they disappear. And they do stack, so if you happen to miss one on the first one, just on the second crystal, or pyramid crux, there will be 5 of them, so you just got to make sure you get them. But they will be floating around the crux, and you just have to shoot them, and then stand within the circle, and it'll charge up that crux. One of the shields on the brigs will disappear, and then that's when you do DPS to that brig and destroy it. And you repeat that 3 times, and after you shoot all the little floating robots around the 3rd crux, it'll turn it heroic, and you'll have the last brig to deal with, as well as a gigantic daddy brig, if you will, that comes down. That is how you turn that heroic, and it definitely makes it easier, and well, I guess it makes the event harder, but you'll be able to get some better loot for it. Alright, here's a little preview. Here's the Titans. It's called Behemoth. It's kind of like Smash. You get these gloves, and you get a shoulder charge that hits. Well, I got Dune Marcher, so it chains as well, but it hits and freezes people around them, and then you have this big, your R2 smashes, creates projectiles of ice that freeze, and then you press your R1 to smash through them. And that's basically what the super is. So you want to freeze people with your R2 first with that slam, and then break through it with the shoulder charge, and it chains to others, and that's how you basically use it, and it does the most damage. So you have to start the shoulder charge a little earlier, because you got quite the distance to go. But it does a lot of damage, and it's a lot of fun. So this is why the Warlock melee is better than the Titans, because if you have these Harpies here, let's say you did do it, boom, freezes them, and if people's, well, that killed it, but if there's people's around it, it'll actually kill those, or freeze them. So it's a little easier to control. Is there even enough here? Alright, so let's see, this is the Warlock super. Basically the same thing, cast it, you got your R2, which freezes everything. Then you press your R1, which explodes, and that's how you do damage. Explode, do damage. That's basically rinse, repeat that way. It's the easiest way to do damage with this super. Not much else. This one just doesn't do that much alone, but if you freeze them and then do it, boom. Alright, so for the Hunter super, this is why I think it's the best. Your Shuriken melee is wild. You throw it with your R1. Bounces through people. Way better than both the shoulder charge and the stasis ability from the Warlock. Boom! You get 2 of them. They hit pretty hard. Did a lot of damage to that Minotaur. Pretty easy. So, the difference in these supers are the Warlock and the Titan are roaming supers. The Revenant here for Hunter is a one-off. It's like Blade Barrage, so it throws 2 ice picks. The first one creates a like void, kind of like the grenade, a circle of effect that traps people inside. And then the second one is a tornado of damage. So if you watch here, I use it, I throw the first one, causes that AoE, and then the second one is that tornado that tracks enemies and kills them. Look at it, it'll go to the next one while they are inside of my bubble. Look at that, easy. Like, and it stays for a pretty long while, and its tracking is pretty nuts. So I really like this super the best, and I'm excited to get the exotics for it. So that is why I think the Hunter's super definitely is the best. The Revenant is the best, followed by the Behemoth of the Titan, and then the last one, the Spellbinder of the Warlock.